Hello everybody. This video we're not gonna have a background music. There is a few people complain that they want to hear more my voice compared to hearing some music on the background. So this one is gonna be without a music, and I'll see how the thing's gonna turn out. This video is actually for how you as a beginner to handle the vibrations, the shifts, and what's going on with you as a beginner once you get awakened, how you handle those shifts. First of all, before we start talking, what is a shift? Okay, the shift begin first of all. It has its what it's called shadow period. It's a pre-shadow period. Like basically get a warning of what's coming up. You probably see like a dreams, like a visions, like a deja vu or daydreaming what's coming up, and all of a sudden becomes reality. And this is what's telling you that you need to learn to trust this path. You need to trust this changes, because this is a shifting. Something's going to move, and you need to learn to trust it. And this is what basically the shift is. The shift is guiding you to become on the place that we need to go. And you as a beginner, the first time when you experience this, you probably will feel a lot of anger, because you used to control yourself, and when the things doesn't go the way you want it, the ego gets aggravated, and you getting angry, or you start blaming this and that, trying to figure out the reasons why did it not go your way, without you understanding that there is a divine path that controls everything, not you. And when you become an awakened and you become on this shift, you start learning that you need to trust this more often, this divine shift that comes up, compared to trust what used to be the old way, like you want to have that outcome. So what you we basically need to understand here, you need to understand that those shifts are vibrations within the planets. When the planets move, and depends of the way we're looking at them, there is a direct motion and there is a retrograde motion. And when the planets start turning retrogrades, it's been already proved that affects a lot of people. And when it affects a lot of people, they kind of like a shift. They're like a move, like something's going on with them, and it has some very similar effects within the populations of the people, simply because they go ahead and they see the same pattern of shifting. And what I mean shifting, that is a shift within the mood, shift within the way act, the way react, shift of understanding, shift of talking, shift of the way performance is, shift of work, and could be also shift within the personality. And you as a beginner, when you start beginning the very first time a shift like that, it will aggravate you. It will put you in the places that you have to be on this road, but you really don't want to. It feels like against your will. It's not against your will, it's against your ego. It's against your own desires. Simply because right now, as awakened, you start serving for the better, for serving to your soul. You have not understanding that you are not only serving the humanity, but you serving to yourself to become the best version of yourself. And since you don't understand this and you don't know this part, the first thing that you probably will hit is the aggravation, and that anger can become so huge, so big, it can trigger the dark night of the soul. The dark night Okay, it's a one night event that it's so you're so aggravated, it's so dark inside of you, you are so angry that you're ready to die. And what is ready to die, it's to die your anger, to die your ego, to die your thing. And when this thing happens, you feel like you're almost dying. And what's happening is that darkness inside of you is removed, and then the light walks in inside of you, and then it's revealed to you that you are an awakened person. You need to understand better things. You need to calm down. You have to learn that right now you're gonna start getting more and more education as a soul. You are an awakening soul, and you have to find some more information about soul relationships and how to be. But before that, once that anger is removed out of you, you will be given the bliss from like the paradise. You will be cleaned out. And when I'm saying that you've been being cleaned out, it's gonna be feel like you're like a brand new born baby, baby that doesn't made nothing wrong yet, baby that doesn't have a sin on it. And as soon as that dark of a night passed, if you ever get into it, you will start understanding that those shifts are moving you into a place where they need to be. And somehow you start finding information that it's needed to you. You look for information, and that information is triggering you. You look for another information, and that is exactly the information that you are looking for. You will probably start seeing a lot of numbers, like repeating numbers. It's not only 1111, that's the most common one, but you're going to start seeing 555 changes, and you will see some things that awaken your soul. During the night, your soul will give you directions of what you need to do. And during the day, you will be looking for this. You will be exercising what you've been seeing at night. And over the time, those shifts will be getting better and better. You will start understanding more and more. But as a beginner, the best thing you can do is just trusting your soul. You, as a beginner, try to not go against yourself, because your soul is leading you, but your ego is pulling you back, and you start fighting within yourself. And it can take you 4 or 5 different shifts to happen, like maybe 4 or 5 years. You need to understand, okay, I have to trust this. I have to really trust in this on it. It's hard for those shifts for the people who are in a soul relationship, which is means soulmates, twin flames, divine partnerships, because those are the people who feel the shifts on a very high level. And if you are one of those person at the beginning, okay, you need to understand those shifts are about one thing, and always been the one thing: you to be your true self, you to be your authentic self, and specifically about love, not to lie on it, because you will hurt you and you will hurt another person at the same time. If this shift forcing you to do something, to say something, to write something, to contact your counterpart, you do it. Your soul it's telling you do the things, even though if they're wrong, or excuse me, or if they are society wrong or religion wrong. You feel that inner voice inside of you that pushing you to do the things that needs to be done. So try to follow this shift. It's shifting you for a purpose. And this purpose is mainly for you to trust. Once you trust it, you will learn to surrender to this shift. And when you surrender to this shift, you will gonna be feel much better. But what's gonna finally end up with you is there's gonna be these old parts of you that they holding you down, and there's gonna be this new way that's pulling you up, and there's gonna be like this stretching, and this is the time when you need to learn to let go of the old. Let go of the old beliefs, of the old disinformation. What I mean by the old disinformation, nobody told you that you have vibrations within the soul. And now, when you finally discover that you have those vibrations and soul, now what? Why nobody told me? Why nobody spoke of this? Why have nobody spoken to me about this? How come I do not know about it? And you start having those questions about it because you understand that certain things were not taught to you for a reason. You ever felt a little off from the rest of the world? Now you know why you are off a little bit from the rest of the world. You possess something since the beginning. You possess the vibrations in the soul. And the shifts are to guide you, to give you the path where you to walk. So you need to learn to trust those shifts, because the shift, it's like you drive in a car and there is a brand new black top made up for you. It's perfectly made, and that is the shift. But you decide you don't want to walk on that beautiful road. You decide to go ahead and drive your car out in the boonies. And when you drive in the boonies, your car will get stuck in the sand. Your car gonna get pulled out in the ditch, and your car will go stuck. And this is when everybody start complaining, bitching, moaning, and whining about it, and they're like, "I am done with it." You're done with what? You don't listen to it. So now somebody has to comes in and helps you out. Somebody's gonna comes in and give you advice. Somebody's trying to help you out. And if somebody's giving you a hand, you better appreciate it and those shifts, because it's not very common to you to get the right help at the right time. So you gotta be very precise of the things that you do, because now the things are a little different. You used to work with the body and ego and the mind, but now you have this thing called soul. And you, as a beginner, to trust this divine shift is it's hard to you, because now you understand that your body will not die, but you will die at some point. Your heart, your ego, everything else can be kind of like a disappear, but you cannot disappear in the soul. You can't hide from the universe. You can't disappear within the universe. And that's why that shift is about you to learn, again, you to learn to be your true self. If it's not your true self, you're going out in the ditch, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna be in pain, you're gonna be get stuck in the sand or in the snow or whatever you prefer it, even mud. That, it's up to you. How bad do you want it? It's up to you. Okay, but that shift sooner or later will put you back on where you need to be. And a lot of the people, they have to meditate. A lot of the people, they have to use soul baths. A lot of the people have to use crystals. A lot of the people use the old way of establish this balance between the body and the soul. But if you are highly awakened, and specifically if you are awakened twin flame, your meditation. It's you learn that the meditation only you have to think about it. All of a sudden you are meditating. You need peaceful energy. All you have to think about it, and it's arriving. You want a bliss energy. All you have to do is think. It's coming instantly inside of you. But until you learn, is the beginning. Until you learn all this, the best part it is for you is you to learn to trust the shift. And all the shift has the three elements: trust, surrender, and let go. And once you let go, you're gonna learn the next step. You have to trust, you have to surrender, and have to let go. And that's how this will move with you over the life, and that's how it will be more easier for you to navigate your journey. So those are the best advices from me. I know that a lot of the new people coming up and start showing up here and there, popping up, and they have some questions. They need some advices, and currently Jupiter is retrograde and shifted us right now. And during that shift, you better understand that Jupiter in Libra, that is a Zeus, the biggest god, in the house of righteousness and doing the things right. And when it's retrograde, it's about doing the things right within the soul. And this is one of the heaviest shifts you may experience it within you. So be wise to yourself, listen to your soul, and be love.